Hello, in this video I just want to quickly talk about why I'm really against buying these Ethereum Asic miners. Yes, they are the most efficient in terms of watt per hash. I cannot argue with that whatsoever. By far they are the most efficient, but what I am not a huge fan of is one, the limited DAG size. For example, these JASMINERs, which a lot of YouTubers have received as basically like a promotional post, they all have 5 gigabytes of memory, which Ethereum DAG file is going to go over the 5 gigabyte mark this summer, which is basically within a month. Today is July 14th, and around basically the second week of August is when we're going to see the 5 gigabyte DAG limitation get implemented on Ethereum. So one, Ethereum is going to be taken off the table. And if you're wondering, is it a big deal that you're not able to mine Ethereum on a 5 gigabyte Ethereum ASIC? Yes, it's a huge deal because you go from making anywhere from around $7, $8 a day profit all the way down to making $5 a day profit. And in this video, I'm not going to talk about speculating on whether a coin will go up in value, because most likely if one coin goes up in value a lot of coins in the cryptocurrency ecosystem will also go up in value. So I don't think we can argue that Ethereum Classic is going to be basically the moonshot coin and everything else is not going to go up in value. So in this video, we're specifically not going to talk about whether or not this Ethereum Classic is going to go to a moonshot, because I think if ETH Classic can go moonshot, I think there's a lot of other projects that are a lot better that could probably go up in value a lot more, which you can't mine with an Ethereum only ASIC. Now, comparing this to a GPU mining rig, I think it's important to basically consider what are your other options besides this ridiculous ASIC miner. And I think that would be like an 8X RTX 3070 or 3060 Ti rig. Now that there's no LHR, you can get full hash rate on Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So if we just quickly look here, what can you mine? 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you can mine Ethereum, $5 a day. So yes, that's $2 a day less profitable than that Ethereum ASIC. But then you can also mine other algorithms, which I think will be a lot more dominant in the future if Ethereum does go proof of stake, which it'll eventually happen. It's just a matter of when, pretty much at this point. So you can mine Furo, you can mine Conflux, you can mine Ravencoin, you can mine Flux as well. The whatsmine.com doesn't do a good job showing the actual profitability on Flux, but if you go to herominers.com, for example, and do a profit calculation in their pool, you'll see that Flux is pretty much right up there with Ethereum at the moment in terms of profitability. So there's a lot more versatility with the GPUs, and not to mention if we go into another long bear market where the price of, let's say, Ethereum, for example, drops down into that $500 range, which if Ethereum drops down to the $500 range, Bitcoin will be in that $14K range. Ethereum Classic will probably be sub $10. So everything will have come down a ton in value, which means the resale on this ASIC miner will be pretty much it'll be super little. It'll probably be 50%, 70% lower than what it's retailing for here on like jinglemining.com. So in conclusion, I would personally go with the GPU mining rig. And even if someone argues, oh, but this uses so much less power than a GPU mining rig, which yes, up front, you are right. It uses much less power, but we have to look at the cost difference now that GPU prices have come down. For example, the GPU mining rig here, which is very simple to calculate. Let me just throw up the calculator here. We can have 8 GPUs. They will cost us $400 a piece. Now that's very reasonable. You can pick them on the used market. This is US dollars. You can buy 3070, 3060 Ti's, $400 pretty easily. So that's going to cost you $3,200. Now you'll say, well, I need power supplies, motherboards, CPU memory, all that stuff. Let's just be generous and give you $500 US to work with. You can easily get by within like $250 if you're able to strategically think out what PSUs and stuff you'll use. But let's just say your whole rig costs $3,700 to be very generous on the motherboard power supply side. Even then, it's still going to come out a lot cheaper than the Jingle mining. But now you're going to say, okay, well, this JASMINER, it's $4,500, but you only pay 60 cents a day in electric. And this is where you need to take the delta. Basically, if you're spending $250 and it costs 60 cents here, you have about $1.90 a day difference in basically electric costs. So basically what we have to do here, 3,700 minus 4,500, we have an $800 price difference between the GPU mining rig and the ASIC miner. Now that there's an $800 difference, we can just do 800, divide that by the price delta, $2 a day, which means you can mine 400 days straight on the GPU miner and still end up in the exact same total cost for the whole rig as the ASIC miner. So now you need to decide, is it better to have the ASIC miner for those 400 days, or is it better to have GPUs? I personally, again, will lean to GPUs because you can mine many more coins. You can mine, again, Flux, Ravencoin, Furo, which, yeah, some people don't like Furo because of their block reward thing. But it gives you a lot more versatility, and not to mention, let's say cryptocurrency dies or you need to liquidate your equipment to get some cash back. With the JASMINER or any of these ASIC miners, you're going to get a lot less for your you're going to get a lot less back compared to your GPUs if you're buying them today. You buy an RTX 3070 for 400 today, let's assume you can only get 50% of your value back. You can still walk away with like $1,800-ish dollars compared to the JASMINER. I don't know how much honestly you're going to be able to get for this ASIC miner if you have to resell it. But of course, you can speculate. You can go into a longer term calculation. What if Ethereum Classic goes to the moon? Then the JASMINER would have been better. It's a small 1U server. You can stack these. I'm not going to argue about the future in terms of speculation and stuff, because yes, if the Ethereum Classic does take off a lot in price, then yes, you guys are absolutely right. Those JASMINERs would be perfect investments. But currently, in the current state of cryptocurrency markets, where we've been trending down for the last basically half a year, I think going on the GPU side is a lot more responsible, even if you are paying an extra $2 a day in electricity costs, because at the end of the day, I don't think you're in this to make $1 or $2 extra a day. And if the electric cost is what's going to make or break your investment, I personally don't think it makes a lot of sense. You're better off just buying the coin even if you want to get into crypto. But anyways, I just wanted to quickly get that out there. I'm not a huge fan of these ASIC miners because basically, in summary, is they can only mine Ethereum Classic. Resale value is going to be hurt a lot if cryptocurrency does go into a bear market, and you can't mine any other coins. That's pretty much it. If you have any different thoughts, you're more than welcome to leave a comment, but this is just my thought process on why I personally would heavily avoid these Ethereum ASIC miners. If you guys have any questions regarding this topic, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Good luck with mining and take care. Bye-bye.